to Pokemon Go Ahead. It's your boy Cheeklay. Today we're talking about Unova Tour Global because this event is happening this weekend, Saturday, March 1st through Sunday, March 2nd, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time on both days. This event costs absolutely nothing, no ticket, so anybody around the world can play this event. There are some things you could buy like the Masterwork Research or just like additional remote raid passes to maximize your experience. You can also catch Pokemon in the wild during different habitats, do some black and white Kyurem raids, hatching eggs, and so much more. So before we go ahead and just review everything and break it down, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and let us know in the comments below if you're excited about Global Tour. Let's just go ahead and dive into the details. The bonuses for this event will include 1/2 egg hatch distance when you put an egg in an incubator. This is going to be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But we also have some bonuses that are happening before, during, and after Global Go Tour. There is a no remote raid limit until the end of Sunday, which is great. You also get up to 6 special trades per day, making a total of 12 special trades. And you get 1/2 Stardust cost for trades that you make. So if you are lucky friends with somebody or you're doing special trades with some friends, this is a good chance to coordinate with some people in your community to do those trades. Now let's talk about the spawns and the habitat hours. These are going to be based off of the 4 seasons of the year, and they're going to be cycling twice each day. So from 10 a.m. to 11, and then again from 2 to 3 p.m., we will have the Winter Caverns habitat. The following Pokemon will feature Oshawott, Roggenrola, Woobat, Drillbur, Tortuga, Mincino, Vanillite, the winter form of Deerling, Joltik, Clink, Dynamo, Axew, Cubchoo, and Cryogonal. Next, we have the Spring Soiree habitat, and that's going to be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and then again from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Spawns will include Snivy, Pansage, Muna, Audino, Timber, Suwaddle, Venipede, Cottony, Patilil, Ducklet, the spring form of Deerling, Fungus, Amamola, and Ferroseed. Then we have the Summer Vacation habitat, and this is going to cycle from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and then again from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Spawns will include Tepig, Lillipup, Pansear, Pidove, Blitzel, Timehole, Darumaka, Dwebble, Archon, Trubbish, the summer form of Deerling, Emolga, Stunfisk, and Rufflet. And finally, the last habitat is the Autumn Masquerade habitat. This is going to be from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and then again from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Spawns will include Patrat, Purloin, Panpour, Scraggy, Yamask, Gothita, Solosis, the autumn form of Deerling, both male and female Frillish, LGM, Litwick, Gullet, and Dino. Now those are the habitat hours, but no matter when, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., you're going to see 4 different Pikachus with different hats and visors, and they're going to be more rare, and if you're lucky, you may get a shiny Pikachu with a Unova hat. So good luck on the shiny hunting if you guys are crazy about Pikachu costumes and stuff. And then if you have an incense, not the daily incense, but the regular incense, you can get encounters with Unknown that spell the letters UNOVA that spells Unova. The V is going to be the rarest shiny, and usually the shiny odds for Unknown are not as good as the in-person, so you have to be extremely lucky to get a shiny Unknown. So get those incense popping. Wishing you the best of luck. Then we have some event exclusive field research that'll give you some encounters with the 4 Pikachus with different costumes. And then we also have Basculin, the blue and the red stripe. They're regional exclusives. You have the blue in the Western Hemisphere, and you also have the red one in the Eastern Hemisphere. Not only do they have a chance to be shiny, but you have an increased chance to get an extra small or an extra large Basculin from field research. And finally, I'm assuming it's going to be in different habitat hours, but you're going to encounter a different Deerling field research depending on the seasonal habitat hour. Now there's a couple of features during the Unova Tour Global event. We have the Party Play Challenge encounters. Get together with some people in a Party Play Challenge, complete some, and you'll get some encounters with Sock, Throw, Durant, and Heatmore, which are regional exclusives depending on where you are around the world. So the fact that they're coming together this weekend, it's going to be a good chance to get some Pokedex entries or simply a shiny. You can also follow some routes around your area and get some encounters with Basculin Blue Stripe or Basculin Red Stripe, and if you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny. Then we have event eggs. In 2 kilometer eggs, you'll be able to hatch Roggenrola, Timber, Shelmet, Carablast, and Larvesta. In 5-kilometer eggs, you'll be able to hatch Throw, Sock, Durant, Heatmore, and Larvesta. And finally, 10-kilometer eggs, you'll have Sigilyph, Maractus, Buffalont, and Larvesta. Overall, Larvesta is going to be the rarest one to hatch, and they're all into 5 and 10-kilometer eggs. You also have 10-kilometer eggs that you're going to want to focus on the most, because not only the regional exclusives, they're brand new shinies. And with that 1/2 egg hatch distance, you just only have to walk at least 5 kilometers. Then we have event raids throughout the weekend. In 1-star raids, we have Pikachu in all 4 different costumes. So you can go for the Hilbert hat, Nate visor, the Rosa visor, the Hilda's hat, whichever Pikachu you want. Although I prefer you guys hunt for those in the wild so you don't waste the remote raid passes, because it's the 5-star raids you're going to want to go after. We'll talk about that in a second. But we also have 3-star raids that'll have Druddigon in person. It was in the wild, but for global, it will only be in 3-star raids. So if you need a shiny Druddigon, that's the best way to go. And finally, 5-star raids, you do get Reshiram and White Kyurem during the Winter Cavern and Summer Vacation habitats. During the Spring Soiree and Autumn Masquerade habitats, you're going to encounter Zekrom and Black Kyurem. Since we're talking about Black and White Kyurem, we might as well talk about the fusion mechanic. Because once you defeat a Black and White Kyurem in the 5-star raid, it will turn back into a regular Kyurem. So how exactly do you fuse a Kyurem into Black and White Kyurem? Well, in order to get a Black Kyurem, you need to fuse Zekrom and Kyurem, as well as having 30 candies of each legendary on top of 1,000-volt fusion energy. Then you'll be able to get a Black Kyurem. For White Kyurem, you need to fuse it with Reshiram and Kyurem, and you need 30 candies of each legendary, and then you need 1,000 Blaze fusion energy, and you will get your White Kyurem. What's also unique during this weekend, if you do some Reshiram raids and you catch one, you might have a chance to get a Black special background, and if for Zekrom, you may have a special white background. And Kyurem, it could be either black or white. If you're gonna fuse a Reshiram that has a black background with a Kyurem with a white background, you're gonna have this really cool black and white fusion background. Same thing for a Zekrom with white and Kyurem with black. It's super cool. Also, during the Unova Tour Global event, certain Pokemon from Unova that had a Calm Day will be able to learn exclusive moves when you evolve them to their final forms. Evolve Servine all the way to Superior to learn Frenzy Plant. Evolve Pignite into Emboar to learn Blast Burn. Evolve Duat into Samurott to learn Hydro Cannon. Evolve Boldore into Gigalith to learn Meteor Beam. Evolve Kurdur into Conkeldurr to learn Brutal Swing. Evolve Swadloon into Leavanny to learn Shadow Claw. Evolve Carablast into Escavalier to learn Razor Shell. Evolve Electric into Electros to learn Volt Switch. Evolve Lampent into Chandelure to learn Poltergeist. Evolve Fracture into Haxorus to learn Breaking Swipe. Evolve Shelmet into Isildur to learn Energy Ball. And finally, evolve Zweilous into Hydreigon to learn Brutal Swing. Now, as of right now, you guys are probably having access to the Tour Pass, or maybe some of you have bought the Tour Pass Deluxe and you're trying to get through different ranks each day. It is kind of limited right now. However, during the Global Tour event, there is no limit. You guys can finish up to rank 100 if possible during the weekend. Because if you're doing a ton of raids, that's 50 points, because you catch a legendary, that's 50 points. Also, if you just constantly hatch eggs and catch Pokemon, that's like 5 to 15 points. You're just gonna be ranking up so much. The more you're catching, the more you're hatching eggs, and the more raids you do. You'll be able to get some rewards, and you don't have to wait every day till like March 9th to like claim everything. You probably already bought the $4.99 Masterwork Research that does give you a guaranteed shiny Meloetta. This is gonna be a little bit time consuming, just like with previous Masterwork Researches. If you went to the in-person location, either New Taipei City or Los Angeles, this process is gonna be a little bit quicker than normal. And finally, to conclude this video, just to give you guys some tips and advice, because we've been playing these events before. I also went to in-person events in the past. I didn't go this year because of a conflict. However, I'm gonna let you guys know on how to maximize your experience during a Global Tour event. This is kind of like a Go Fest and the Wild Area event, where you just go out and you just catch Pokemon and hang out with some people in your community. Some things I will suggest is to use Spatial Rend from Origin Palkia, because when you're in a certain area, you want to use Spatial Rend to get some extra counters around you. The second thing is to manage your storage in the Pokemon storage and the item storage. You're going to be catching a lot of Pokemon and you're going to be spinning a lot of Pokestops, getting some items and stuff. So make sure that you guys not only maximize your storage as possible, but also decrease everything that you don't need. Also, do you really need that many Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott in your storage? I say just transfer them out because it's going to take up all the space. You need some space for some shinies that you get. Also, make sure that you use lucky eggs, star pieces, and incense. You can also use some lure modules as well, because then if you use lure modules, you'll be able to chill at a Pokestop and get some more encounters. You also get some higher XP and more Stardust if you drop lucky eggs and star pieces. And using those incense can give you extra encounters with Unknown. And you want to try to get a shiny Unknown because, well, that's the only way you can do it. I would also highly recommend that everybody charges their phones, battery packs, their catching devices overnight, because it is going to be a long 8 hours on both days. So make sure you're all powered up and ready to go instead of charging up the morning up. I would also highly recommend to bring some water bottles, some snacks, some battery packs, and probably some stuff like umbrellas, maybe some kind of jacket, sunscreen. It kind of depends on the weather in your area. So just make sure that you guys know what your forecast is and bring some of the stuff accordingly. And also finally, just communicate with your community on where you're gonna be playing Pokemon Tour, whether it's gonna be at a park in your local area, if you guys are gonna be following routes, and also communicate with your local friends who are lucky friends and best friends that have special trades, because you get 12 special trades during the weekend. And it's not just during the event, it is before and after the time period. So you just have until 6 p.m. till midnight on both days to get those trades in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna conclude today's video. I will be playing this event in Carson City on Saturday, and I will be playing the event in Reno on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great weekend during the event. Let us know in the comments below if you're excited, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.